Hey tubers! Welcome back for another adventure. And what you're looking at is a Tao Tao ATA150G. Now this is a no start, leaks gas, no lights, doesn't run or move or anything else. So I bought this thing for $375, and before you all think I'm completely crazy, let's get it up to the garage and get it fixed. I want to point out something really quick. For these China all-terrain vehicles, how fragile is the plastic? That fragile. Some of you may say, well, there's grab bars and handlebars to grab onto to move it. How fragile are they? So we managed to get it up here in one piece, and what's the most important thing? We should fix the seat. Believe it or not, a lot of you guys are going to go, Harvey, that's just downright stupid and silly. No, any water that gets in here, the foam begins deteriorating, you end up with ants and all the rest of it. So believe it or not, you really do want to fix the seat. So this is the stuff I like to use, liquid tape, and I'll show you how we're going to get to it. I like to put down a layer of liquid tape first. It kind of holds all the corners down. Then I kind of stick some cloth into that. That's just cotton from a t-shirt. So if you back up a quarter mile or so, you could hardly see the repair. The real thing is it stabilized the seat. You're not making it much worse. That could also be filled in a little bit more and trimmed back a little bit more. I've found if it's really dry, you could actually sand it gently, really dry, and make the repair a little more presentable. For me, for a China bike, that's just perfect. Fixing the electrical system. This could always be hard, or it could be easy. First of all, I'm making sure the battery has some kind of charge on it, right? Because the last thing you want to do is attempt to turn the lights on if you got no charge in the battery. So anyway, we turn it on and we got a whole lot of nothing, right? We got no lights, front or back, right? There's just wrong switch, right? We got nothing on that. So, what's wrong? I took a quick look at the wire harness, and other than the backlight being missing, but it's missing because it was unplugged and lost, so there aren't wires shorted in the back. And when I bought it, I was told one of the headlights had some issues. So other than that, the electrical system is intact, right? We don't have things all cut and messed around with. So after a quick look, I see we have a fuse holder here. Let's see if the fuse is still with us. Okay, looks like the fuse is popped. You see between there and there, the little round edges. This is a quick pop fuse, so to speak. If I had to guess, somewhere around 5 amps. So I'm not going to put one of those in immediately. I'm going to replace it with a couple of light bulbs in parallel. That way I could get 4-5 amps out of it. I'll see the lights light up if I have a dead short. If one puts a fuse in and there's a short, it could just pop, right? Some people like to smash a 20 ampere right into there and say, oh look, it's working. Yeah, you might be cooking something. A lot of times on these China all-terrain vehicles, the wires in here are not all that thick. They don't have all that many strands. So if you put a heavy fuse into it and there's a short, you'll literally cook the wire harness and possibly even torch the whole thing. So use some common sense and life will be good for you. Okay, so I'm running power directly from that terminal into the end of the fuse, right? It would normally come in from this side, but I just kind of jumped around it. I got these light bulbs in series. So when you turn them on, right, they don't get all crazy bright, so I don't have a dead short. And if you look at the dashboard, check it out. I got the neutral light to come on. I've messed with the switches, and I cannot get the headlights on. I still don't have the starter working, but I seem to remember something about having to apply the front brake. Front brake is on, power is on, and we have, nice, we have ignition. So we're moving forward. I'm not going to bother with the lights right now. We'll mess with them later. Why is it leaking gas? Anyone? Anyone? Anyone at all? So I'm going to splice this line. This hose really is junk, but I'm just going to splice this. I'm going to put a fuel filter in between them, and that'll get me gas to the carburetor. I want to see if this thing starts and moves before I invest too much into it. At this point, I'm at 375 plus a fuse, not too bad. Let's see how much further I have to go. So while the seat is drying, I still have the light bulbs in there as part of the fuse, so to speak. And I haven't fixed the rear axle, but I do want to get a little ride out of this thing to see what it feels like, and determine what kind of shape it's in. So first of all, let's turn it on, and it should be ready to go. I should just have to push the button, maybe give it some gas and push the button. So this is an automatic. It's just a matter of, and we're in gear. I don't know if you felt that jolt. That's the chain doing bad things. So we're really not going to go that far. Have I mentioned I don't care for automatics? Obviously I'm not using, oh, it's jumping. I'm really not going to ride it. I'm just going to bring it back to the garage, because if one throws the chain really well, you could damage the engine, you could damage the frame, break the chain, tear stuff out of it. So we're not going to be wanting to do any of that. Well, there we are. Probably would have worked better without the without the brake being on. Yeah, I'm not sure. You guys could see the red light for reverse. Right, on and off. On, off, neutral. By the way, that's all the throttle against. You know, one has to finish backing this out to get more. Anyway, it needs some more love and attention. But for now, we'll call it good. And I'll show you, well, I showed you the repair on the seat. I'll show you what it looks like done. For the next video, we'll put it completely together. We'll fix the rear axle. We'll get it out there for a real romp. We'll drive it around without the limiter and without the brakes dragging. It'll probably work a lot better. I'm just a little nervous riding it around with that chain skipping. So anyway, I really want to thank you guys for dropping by to watch and comment and subscribe. Please remember, feet down, heads up. Get out there and enjoy each and every day. You don't want to go out there and buy an all-terrain vehicle if given a chance. $375, quite honestly, was much more than I would normally spend on this. But the guys who had it, you know, they were cool guys. They also had a lot of money into it. I was kind of after a project, so I did buy it. And I kind of had the idea that I'd be able to get it moving and driving fairly without having to put a lot of money into it. So at $375, I don't know, it's worth $425, $450. Outside $500, you know, I'm okay. But there we are. Anyway, let's stop for now and finish this up on the next video. Once again, feet down, heads up, get out and enjoy each and every day. Bye now.